Hey everyone, it's Liz Schreiter here. It is time to get the party started. This is your launch party training. I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know to be able to go out and have a successful, fun, and easy party. All you have to do is follow the steps and you're going to have a great launch party. So first of all, why do we even have wrap parties? Our main goal is to share the wrap with other people, to have them experience the wrap for themselves, because once they try it, they love it. And the best way that we can help a lot of people share the wrap is through a party. It's one of the easiest ways to do it. You're going to maximize your time and your efforts. You know, if you go and you wrap one person, or you go and have a party with 4 or 5 or 6 people, you've spent about the same amount of time, but you get a little bit a better return on your time by having more people together at one time. And of course, when you have a party, you have more energy, you have more excitement. I've had several parties where, when you have a lot of people together and they're really excited about the wrap, they're sitting around, they're looking at the catalog, and they're talking about, what are you going to order, and what are you going to get? And so it creates this kind of energy, and we call that group buying power, because everyone starts to pick what they want to buy, and so you really get a lot better return for your time. So let's get started. The day before your launch party, there's a couple of things that you need to do. First, you want to call or text your guests to remind them about the party. People put it in their schedule, they know it's coming, but you just want to give them a call to make sure that they're coming and find out if they're bringing anyone with them. When you talk to your guests, you want to let them know to wear comfortable clothes. This isn't a party they need to get dressed up for. They just need to be in something comfortable, preferably top and bottom, no dresses or anything like that. Just be comfortable. And of course, you want to let them know to avoid using any types of moisturizing soaps or lotions before the party. A perfect example is Dove soap. You want to avoid using any type of soap like that so that we can maximize the results. At your party, remember to be the messenger, not the message. You're not there to give them information about how the product's specifically working and the ingredients and what's going on. You just want to share the overall message. Let them experience it for themselves. Be excited about the wrap. Share your experience. Let people know what happened the first time you wrapped, or share the story of someone else. Show your guests it's easy. That's one of the best ways to go out and to not only find customers, but to find other distributors, because you show them how easy it is to have a wrap party. And of course, like I said, you don't need to know it all. Our biggest goal here is just to let them experience the wrap. That's our goal, is to help people to experience the wrap for themselves. Now, if your first party or any party you're going to is actually one where you're going to be traveling, an important thing to remember is that everything that you need to bring to your party can fit into one bag. That is my bag in my car, and I bring one bag to parties. I don't come in with cases of all kinds of different decorations and things like that. I keep it very simple, very easy. I have my bag packed and ready to go all the time so that I am prepared for parties. I've actually had distributors join with It Works because they said that they saw I had one bag and how easy it was. So make sure you keep it simple. You want to arrive at least 15 minutes before your party's scheduled to start. That will give you time to set up your 3 stations and, of course, wrap your hostess first. So that's the first thing you're going to do. So let's talk about those stations. You're going to set up 3 different stations for your party. Again, it's going to keep everything simple and easy and working very smooth. So station number 1 is your welcome to the party station. I'm going to go through the supplies that you have at the stations and then how the stations work. So station 1, your supplies. You need your glass jar or some kind of see-through container. It can be an It Works jar or just any type of clear vase. You're going to have your sign-in sheet with a pen, your price sheet. Let people know the first wrap is $25, the second wrap is $20, a facial is $20, and again, you can adjust the prices based on what you're doing, but this way they can look and see what it is that they would like to do. And a brag book. I like to take the company approved before and after pictures, send them to my local drugstore and have them printed and put into a photo book. It makes it very easy for people to flip through the pictures and get excited. I also like to have a stack of Blitz cards. That way if they'd like to take some to give to their friends, they're right there for people to take. And of course I have the wraps and facials there. So here's what you do at the station. Now what I like to do is to either have the host of the party, if you have a party host, like you've traveled to a party and someone is doing it for you, or if it's at your home, ask someone to help you. If you have a friend that's coming over, ask them if they would be the greeter, if they would be the person to help welcome people to the party. So what they're going to do is they're going to ask the guests to, when they come in, they're going to welcome them, and they're going to ask them to sign in on the sign-in sheet. Next, they're going to have them put their cash right in the jar. They don't need to collect the cash or do anything like that. Just put it right in the jar. And then they're going to give them the wraps so that the guests can take their wraps to Station 2, which is where you are going to be wrapping people. So Station 2 is the wrap area. Your supplies in Station 2, of course, you're going to need your phone, if you have a cell phone that takes pictures, or have a camera. You'll need your plastic wrap, scissors, your pens and markers. Now, a couple of optional items to have at the wrap area. Measurement cards and a tape measure. And then again, an optional item is the cleanser gel and the hydrating toner and freshener. So at Station 2, a big question is, do I measure people or not? Now, I have stopped measuring people. At my parties, I take pictures. People get so excited over their before and after pictures. They feel the difference when they take the wrap off. They see it in their pictures. So many times people really don't need to see their measurements. Now occasionally people will ask that I measure them, and that's fine. So I always have my tape measure available for people who have requested to be measured, but I actually don't measure anymore because, like I said, people are just as excited over the way that they feel and how their clothes are fitting rather than the numbers. So here's what you do at your wrap area. The first thing is you're going to take a picture. Take a look at the example pictures here. If you're doing a chin and neck, you simply take a picture of the specific area. If you're doing their stomach, again, take a direct picture of the area that you are wrapping. It doesn't need to be a full body picture. Their face doesn't even have to be in it. And this does help people feel a little bit more comfortable with taking pictures. So just keep it easy, take a picture directly of the area. The second thing again is you're going to measure if they have requested it. And then one thing that I like to do is to prepare the skin for the wrap is I apply the hydrating toner and freshener. I just spray a little into their hands and instruct them to rub it over the area that we will be wrapping. Then we're going to apply the wrap to the target area, and then we're going to cover it with saran wrap or plastic wrap. As you can see here, there's a stomach with the wrap and then plastic wrap wrapped around it, and then there's a picture of the arms so you can see what a wrapped arm looks like. And then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to instruct them to go back out to the main area, which is Station 3, where everyone is kind of gathered around. Sometimes that's a kitchen, sometimes it's the living room, where everyone is just gathered together, either waiting to be wrapped or they have been wrapped. And then remind them to drink their water. A few tips. When you are wrapping, be quick. This is not the time to have a conversation with people. It's not the time to socialize. Bring them in, get them wrapped, and instruct them to go right back out and then have the next person come in. That way you can get everyone wrapped quickly and then get out and be with them in the gathering area. It's also not the time to answer questions. I don't know why it is, but it seems like whenever I'm wrapping people, they start asking me questions, and it's kind of funny because people will say to me, okay, Tell me what's really going on. And it's like I'm going to reveal some kind of secret that I can't tell everyone else. Or, people just are so excited they start asking questions. And the easiest thing to do is to let them know, that's a great question, and I'm going to answer your question once I have everyone wrapped. That way they know, oh, okay, well, I'm going to get the answers, and because they don't know that you're going to go through a presentation, or they may not understand how this works. So you just let them know, that's a great question, and we'll definitely make sure to get that answered. That way you can get them wrapped and then move on to the next person. So station 3 is your presentation area, and this is the gathering area. Like I mentioned, it's either the kitchen or the living room, somewhere where everyone can hang out and be comfortable. And here you're going to need your party pad with your notes. You'll need extra party pads to hand around to your guests, your product catalogs, your order forms, distributor applications, extra wraps and facials for demonstrating, your defining gel, fat fighter, and greens. And remember, these supplies are all part of the boost kit. So when you boost, all of these come in that kit. And of course, they are available individually for purchase as well. Okay, so station 3, your presentation. So what you're going to do is you're going to hand out the party pads and then give your party pad presentation. Typically, I hand out a party pad for every guest, or you can hand one for every other guest and just have them look at it together. And at your presentation, you're going to demonstrate your defining gel. And what I do is I just pass the bottle of defining gel around and have them put a small dab on the back of their hand. And sometimes the bottle, it can come out quickly, so you may want to go around and do this yourself. And you're just going to use a very small dab on the back of their hand and instruct them to rub it on the back of the hand and then compare their hands. Next, of course, is the fat fighter demonstration, and this is such a wonderful visual demonstration for people. And the way that you're going to set this up is any kind of glass will do, and fill the glass up mostly with water. And then on the top, you're going to pour in about a tablespoon or 2 of oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, any type of oil like that. You crush up your fat fighter, and this is something you want to have done before your party. And you're going to crush it up into a fine powder, however you can do that. That way, when you pour it on top of the oil, you're going to see the best results. So just sprinkle that powder on top of the oil and then let it sit. And then right before their eyes, they're going to see it bond with the oil and clump and drop to the bottom. So it's a very impressive demonstration. Then for the greens, you can either sample the greens in water or in orange juice. And if you'd like, you can even use pineapple juice. And then just mix it up enough so that they can sample it. Maybe just pour it into little cups, or if they have an empty water glass, pour it into their water and let them sample it that way. Again, very easy, just so that they can taste it and see what it's like. So closing your presentation. You're going to pass out your order forms and catalogs. Let people know that there are many other products available, and of course the loyal customer pricing applies to those products as well. Find out who wants to host a party. Let them know that they can wrap for free by hosting their own party. You can even book the party that night. Then you're going to answer questions. This is the most important time to feel comfortable with saying that, I don't know. If somebody asks you a question and you really don't know the answer, it's okay to say, I don't know. That's a great question and I don't know, but I can find out. And if you can find out that night, then however you can find out the answers, do that. If you need to call someone, if you need to go to the website, do that. If you don't know the answer, or you know that you're going to need a little more time to find an answer, write down their question, write down their phone number, and let them know that you'll get back in touch with them. One thing I like to do at my parties is have the printouts of all the product sheets. These sheets are available from the website. You can just click on them and print them out. So if someone has a question about certain ingredients, I don't know. I don't remember the ingredients of all the products, but I do know where to find that information. So I simply hand them the sheet and they can read it for themselves. So once you've closed your party, you're going to then start unwrapping guests. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start with the first person that you wrapped. Again, you're going to return back to the wrap station area. And it's okay to leave the wrap on, people. Let's say you take the wrap off or you take the saran wrap off, and then you look at the wrap itself and you notice that there's still a lot of cream that's left on the skin. It could just be that they need a little more time for that to really absorb. You can let your guests know that it's okay for them to leave that party with the wrap on. Some people, they do want to take it off right away because they want to see the results. But sometimes they're fine with that. And I've actually had parties where every guest left with the wrap on, and every one of them even became loyal customers. So it just depends on what they want to do. But let people know it's okay. Then you're going to take that after picture. And again, try to line the picture up so that you can get the same angle. And again, it's just the stomach area. It's not the full body picture. Ask your guests, do you have any questions? They might have a question that they wanted to ask you in private, so this is a perfect opportunity to answer any questions that they might have. And then, of course, ask them, have you thought about how you would like to continue your results? That way they can say, yes, I want to continue wrapping, or I'd like to get on the greens. And that way you can help them to enroll as loyal customers. So again, keep it simple. Keep it fun. It's not complicated, and make it easy so you can show people how simple it is and how much fun this business really is. So go out, make it a great party.